Can y'all hear me? Can you hear me? Jasmine, can you hear me now? Can y'all hear me now? Okay, perfect. Hey, Courtney, thank you. Thank y'all. Okay, the sound is on. The sound is on one. Okay, y'all. I'm not gonna be before you long because, like I said, the Wi-Fi and all the things are acting up, but that's okay because we're going out and nothing will stop this show. No monkey will stop this show. So, I hope everyone is having an amazing start to 2020. Let me see if I can take this off. Can y'all hear me? Can you still hear me? Okay. I want to make sure. Um, all right, y'all. We we going on, period. We're going on. Okay. And you gotta buy your way out. Okay. You gotta buy your way out. And that's just the bottom line. So we're good. Everybody's good. Give me a one in the comments if you can see me, if you can hear me. I think I'm good. Okay. The sound is on. The sound is on. All right. Let's just get into it, y'all. Let's get into it. So I want to give people time to come on, give people time to lean in. So, like I said, I'm not going to be before y'all. I'm not going to be long because I have so many things on my to-do list. And then tomorrow is Monday. And so I think it has to come to a place where you have to make some decisions about your life. You have to make some decisions about how are you going to lead yourself this year, okay? And we're going to talk about inflation. We're going to talk about quote unquote corporate towns, and but of course, understandably so, we have a lot of censorship that we have to think about. And so there's a lot of things that I cannot say on here. And this leads me to the next thing, which is I am going to open up the Contrarian Collective in February again because there's so many things I want to talk about that I can't talk about here on these channels, and I have to talk about it in a closed space. So period. Okay. So that's coming up the pipe. Just FYI. I'm trying to see if I can tap into TikTok and see if I can if you ladies have any questions in regards to your business mindset, you're more than welcome to stick them in the chat. Stick them in the chat. I want to hear from you. I want to know like some of the things that y'all are struggling with in 2025. Because it's really important, right? It's really important. So definitely let me know in the comment section what you're struggling with. All right. So let's just jump right in. Let's jump right in. So yesterday, I shared in my stories about inflation and how $100,000 was no longer a flex. Okay. It's no longer a flex. There is nothing cute about it anymore. Okay. So I know that some of y'all are still like, oh, I want to make my first six figures, but I'm going to tell you this, six figures is no longer a thing. You have to make more money. You can't budget your way out of this. Okay. You can't hold back from this. You can't cut back from this. I know this is not going to be for everybody, and that's okay. I'm totally fine with that. Everybody is not going to resonate with this message because struggle is a lot of people's default. Struggle and striving is a lot of people's default right now. I don't care how much you pray. I don't care how many Bible scriptures you read. I don't care how many mantras and affirmations that you recite. It doesn't matter. It's the same. You're going to have to buy your way out. You're going to have to buy your way out. I don't care. I don't care what church you go to. I don't care. Y'all here? Is everybody here? Is the mic on? Okay, is the mic on? There are no more excuses. Happy New Year, Feliz Navidad, Merry Christmas, Happy Kwanzaa, Happy Hanukkah. But at the very end of the day, this is it. Facebook, if I have now, TikTok is talking to me. TikTok is on it. Facebook, I don't know if y'all up. Facebook, I don't know if y'all up. Okay. But I'm going to tell y'all this. This is what we are coming down to. You got to buy your way out. I need to put that in the chat. Buy your way out. This is where we at. Okay. So let's talk about that 100K. Let's talk about that 100K. So a lot of y'all talk, I want to make 6 figures. I want to be 6 figures. I want to be 6 figures. You know, I just want to make 6 figures in my business. I'm going to need for you to say now, going forward, $200,000 in your business is the minimum. Is the minimum. $200,000 in your business. In your business. This is not for everybody. If you're going to whine and complain and go back and forth with me about your struggle, about your trauma, because most people right now are trying to find other people to trauma bond with. You're trying to find other people to trauma bond with you. We don't have that kind of time. This is why I told y'all may need to take a step back. You ain't got time to be going back and forth about why you ain't doing this and women really need to do this and men really need to do that. You don't have time. What do you need to do? If you have children, you need to sit your tail down anyway. You need to sit down. SOT. S-O-T. You need to sit down. Because 100K is no longer a thing. If I hear somebody else say 6 figures, I want to make 6 figures in my business. That is not a destination. That is not end. That is not a goal. That is a milestone. If you are just joining me on TikTok, this is your first time joining me. I'm a leadership coach. Yes, coach. You heard that right. COACH. This is why I make a living. I coach women. I coach business owners. Everybody is not, like I told y'all, coaching is a wealth sport. It's not for everybody. It's not supposed to be for everybody. It's not supposed to be. I don't push people in the corner and make them buy from me. I don't push people in the corner to make them, you got to give it, you're going to miss out. Nuh-uh, I want clients that choose themselves. You have to choose yourself. You have to choose yourself. So when I hear women talk about 6 figures, and 6 figures this and 6 figures that, let me tell y'all, let me say this. In 2016, okay, 2016 was a really good year for me. I had a really good 2016. 2016, what was considered, okay, $100,000 in 2016, in 2025, that is equivalent to 132. So the reason why y'all keep complaining about the eggs being high is because you would have to make more money to have the same living experience in the United States, we are considered the Amazon workhorses of the globe. Did y'all know that? It's the labor force of the world. This is why you see all of these other countries innovating. Facebook, I'm about to get off of here because if y'all asleep, then because TikTok is giving. Y'all know how Philip, this is all energy. This is all energy, okay? Because this is what we're gonna do. You gotta come correct in 2025. You gotta bring it. You gotta get yourself together. 2025 versus 2016, things were completely different. It's not gonna be the same. Evolution requires you to evolve. You got to expand your brain. You got to lead yourself. You got to lead yourself. You just have to. There is no other way. So if you earned $100,000 in 2016, in 2025, that's $132,000 or so. So to maintain the same standard of living, you would need to earn more in 2025. This is what I'm trying to tell y'all. You can't say that you are spiritual and you depressed at the same time. Spirituality, and I've told y'all this, spirituality is for you to access. It's a tool for you to access. That's what I'm saying. Like all these people talking about I'm spiritual, I'm spiritual, I'm spiritual. You ain't spiritual. If you ain't getting nothing done here, you're not spiritual. Spirituality requires you to be creative. Spirituality requires you to be creative. Y'all hear me? Are we on the same page? Amen, somebody. I know there's a lot of people at church right now, and a lot of people going to run around the church and throw up all over the floor, all over the pulpit. But it's the same thing. When you get through hooping and hollering and being in the spirit, hey, Kyla, when you get finished, you still got to do the work. You still got to do the work. All that praying, all that fasting. Why do we fast? Why do we why do people, because you're trying to calm the body down. A lot of y'all don't understand creativity is how you get things done. 6 figures, like I said, is the cap for many of you because you don't know how to go past it. Hey, Sasha, you don't know how to go past it. Hey, Drew. Hey, Kristen. Hey, Kendra. Hey, Mika. Y'all got to understand, this is the time in the season for you to do some reevaluation of your money situation. This is why, because now y'all got to have a goal. Making more money is never, ever the goal. Making more money is for you to get access to abundance. Capitalism, okay, as much as we hate talking about it, as much as capitalism get on our nerves, okay, this gives you the ability to be free and be able to move around the world the way you see fit. But you can't do anything if you don't have any money. That's why I be trying to tell y'all, like, y'all got to be careful of that kind of some of the stuff y'all be saying. Oh my God, you just want to make more money. And money is not everything. If something was to happen where you have to get out of here in less than 12 hours, or you got less than 20, I'm gonna give you some grace on that. If you got to leave up out of here in less than 24 hours for safety, y'all see what we're acting, things are acting up. Let me help you. I'm on here for free. So I ain't asking you I ain't asking you about no course. I ain't asking you to do nothing. Because God gonna bless me, period. Okay. But I'm gonna tell you this. Don't be looking at nobody begging nobody for no money. Tell me something. Can you just help me? We just need $100 more to get little Tommy across the Because when I told you in January, what is this, 5th, that you need to sit your tail down and create some type of business where you can digitize your intelligence and monetize yourself and teach some skills, because everybody know how to teach something. I don't care. Don't say that the market is saturated. The market is not saturated. It's not. The only reason why you're saying it's saturated is because that's your vicinity. You're when you're connected to a lot of content creators, the algorithm is going to give you more content creators. When you're doing courses, the algorithm is going to give you more digital course people. Coaches, same thing. The market is not saturated, and then a lot of times people ain't even doing the work. They just got a title up there. Ain't nobody doing that. The folk ain't doing what you think. They ain't going live. They ain't creating content and guiding people. They don't have a process. They don't have a framework. They're not serious about business. They're not serious. I see it. But hey, it's so much. It's so much. So what's your point? It's always so much. You know what's so much? Poverty. You know what's a lot to handle? Being poor. It's so much to learn. It's so much to learn. It's so I don't know where to start. Google. How do I start? This is what you put in. How do I start a digital business? How do I start an online business as a coach? How do I start an online business as a course creator? How do I start a business as a consultant? Start there. And you know what? I'm gonna say this too. I was just saying this on my TikTok profile. A lot of y'all don't know how to tap into your creativity. A lot of y'all don't know how to do that. When y'all start whining and screaming and throwing up, talking about, I need some help, I need some help, I need some help, I don't know where to start. That's your inner child wanting somebody to feel sorry for you. Ain't nobody feeling sorry for you. This is a world wide web, just like you get your booty on here and scroll into endless oblivion. You can get on Google and learn how to take care of yourself. Y'all have got to learn how to do that. I don't understand. Y'all too grown for this. Y'all too grown. Y'all doing love spells and all this foolishness instead of doing money spells. Better get my ex back. Leave him over there. There's a reason why he couldn't hang on. Y'all give me some hearts. Give me some hearts. Get us to 1,000 hearts. I need 1,000 hearts. Y'all know, send this to 3 people that you know. Send this to 3 people that you know. 3 of your business besties or people in your cohort. I always tell people, like, if you ain't got nobody in your circle that you can send something to that's of value, you need to get you some new friends. That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. I know you love me. You want to keep me all to yourself. And you want me to be your best kept secret. You need people in your circle. You need people in your circle. And then y'all got to stop hanging around people. Okay? Y'all got to stop hanging around people that tell you that you're doing too much. I'm going to say this again. Stop hanging around people that tell you that you're doing too much. When you're building a business, you're going to always have people that come to you and say, you're doing so much. Why are you doing all that? Why are you? It ain't always about money. Like I told you, if you have 24 hours to get your tail out of this country, to seek refuge or to go to another country, what you gonna do? Pray? Yeah, you can pray and hope that some money come up within 30 minutes. But at that point, all channels are gonna be closed up. Because you know why? Because everybody gonna be panicking. Y'all hear what I said? Did you see how I put that? All channels gonna be closed up because what are humans? Humans are channels. Humans are portals. Catch the wisdom. A lot of portals are going to be closed up because they're going to be erratic. And then here you go, Thomas. I need to find somebody that's gonna give me some money because we $250 short. You $250 short because you didn't do the work 25 days ago. There's no excuse. I don't care, masculine, feminine, whatever. I'm gonna tell you this: the reason why a lot of these conversations are going on. I want y'all to hear what I'm saying. A lot of times, the reason why these conversations are going on in our society regarding relationships is because most relationships over the past 500 years was rooted in trauma. And now you have a lot of little girls and a lot of little boys running around, everybody trying to find somebody to pay a bill or two because they don't want responsibility. I understand. You don't want to be responsible for anything. I'm just tired of being responsible. I just ain't these males. You are an adult, for goodness sake. Grow up. Jesus Christ. Instead of going to church all the time asking for God to give you a way out and God, you got to take these bills. I'm just overwhelmed. No, give me the ability to master my emotions so that I can be a responsible adult and teach my children the same thing. Give me a spirit of doing. Give me a spirit of excellence. See, if you don't pray, see, that's what I'm saying. If you're going to pray for something that makes sense. Don't be praying for gas money. Don't be praying for a parking spot at Target. Pray I get home, man, get that much gas. Why don't you have any gas money? You know your car. See, this is the kind of stuff I'm talking about right here. When it comes down to being proactive, I'm finna get on y'all. I don't care. And I love you. I love you. And this is to anybody. I'm not talking just to Black people. I'm not talking just to the white people. I'm not talking to Hispanic. I'm talking to everybody that's an adult that's on here whining. Stop. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. I've never, like, this is a generation where everybody walking around in the spirit of offense. Everything is offended. I'm offended. I'm triggered. I'm traumatized. This is trauma. This is it. I don't need somebody to, because you don't want to address the work. You don't want to do the work. Grow up. Men too. If you on here and you a man, grow up. If you're a woman on here, grow up. You don't have time to go slide down slides. You need to be trying to create and monetize your entire humanity. Why aren't you creating content? Why aren't you reaching out to companies? Why aren't you doing the work? Why aren't you creating content that is going to move people into spaces so they can learn more about what you do? Why aren't you writing? Why aren't you speaking? Why aren't you creating your YouTube channel? Why are you inconsistent? Why do you and this is another thing too. I'm gonna need for y'all to stop outsourcing your creativity because you don't have to do that anymore in the age of AI. I've heard people say this morning and yesterday, AI is the Antichrist. No, it's not the Antichrist. AI is the same thing as it was when phones came out. It's the same thing with telephones coming. Y'all, they gotta stop listening to people tell you all this stuff. You use AI to get ahead. You know, y'all want to be controlled so bad. I don't understand. You want everybody to take control. Everything is taking control, and they're taking things away. You know who talk like that? Children. They're taking our toys away. They're taking our playgrounds away. Oh my God, they're taking snack time away. And taking everything away from us. I'm gonna cry. That's crazy. I've never seen What happened? Even when it comes down to layoffs, when it comes down to y'all quitting y'all businesses every 2 seconds, it's because the lack of creativity. It's the lack of creativity. I said what I said. I know what I'm saying. I know exactly what I'm saying. It's the lack of creativity. The reason why y'all don't lean into your creativity is because you want to outsource for somebody else to come up with the problem. I mean, come up with the solution and come up with the answer. Thank you, Sahana, to come up with. I need somebody to come up with an idea because I don't want to think for myself. I never, and you know what, creativity, it sits you down and makes you have to think of a solution. God help it, please. All that hollering. It's just a lack of creativity. Lord, please fix it. Lack of creativity. I'm quitting my business. Lack of creativity. It's a lack of creativity. You got to lay off. Lack of creativity. I'm going to tell y'all this. The lack of creativity is what stunts your growth for real. Because when you lean more into logic, when you lean more into the analytical side, because you're programmed to do that, you're programmed to be analytical, you're programmed to be logical, you're programmed to be what is it called? Quantitative and number centric. There is nothing wrong. Now you got to have the numbers, right? Your business has to have money. Your business has to have sales and revenue. But when it comes down to ideas and solutions and bringing things into some level of order, is going to require you to be creative. And you're going to have to use your intuition for that. I'm going to say something a little controversial. And I pray that they don't shut me down. And it's going to sound real off. It's going to sound real crazy. It's going to sound real like, because we're not programmed to think outside of the box. And the reason why many times you find yourself trying to go to other places to tap into another realm is because you don't know how to do it yourself. So you're depending on somebody else to help you do that. I'm not telling you to do these things. I'm just telling you because some of y'all do these things and you don't know what you're doing them for. And this is a conversation I had with a friend recently. Now, let me break this down. Now, I gave you a disclaimer. Okay, I'm not telling you to do this. When y'all take these doggone gummies, when y'all talking about when you talking about drinking spirits and wines, those alter your what consciousness, correct? When y'all talking about smoking weed, whatever y'all do, whatever the people do, and it alter your consciousness. You're supposed to get information from the spirit realm. Did y'all know that? Did y'all know that? Or y'all just, did anybody know that? You know that anytime you're dealing with natural herbal things, this is the reason why a lot of this stuff is illegal, by the way. Y'all better study. A lot of y'all don't read. And you think what I'm saying is woo-woo Tucker, you telling people to get high. No, I'm not saying it. I didn't say that. I didn't tell people to do that. I didn't tell you to do that. I just said if you're gonna do it. You're supposed to get downloads. You're supposed to get information. You know, that's what your ancients used to do. See, a lot of people, Facebook and pros, I don't know if they over there getting off of what. TikTok, I'm gonna talk to you. Listen to what I'm telling you. If you're going to do those things, like you'll hear people talking, girl, we finna go get. Okay, I understand. But are you tapping in? Are you tapping in to get information? Why do you think men want portals? They want access to your portal so bad. Many times they're using it for the wrong thing. Right, Mika. She said, I heard that before. When someone did mushrooms for the first time, I asked them, what did they learn? Same thing. People going, a lot of people do these things to escape. They do these things to escape reality instead of going up, which is what they call it, getting high is going up, ascending, where your body is relaxed, which is how you manifest quicker. When you manifest, you have to do it from a calm body. This is why y'all be stuck. You can't, okay, this is going to be controversial again. I'm going to throw it out there and I hope and pray that somebody catch what I'm getting ready to say. You can't claim to be spiritual and be broke. Don't go there with me. There are some people who choose to be broke and some of the most spiritual people out there, but they're spiritual based on knowledge from the past. This is why I said sometimes y'all got to get out the past. You're 2,000 years back. You're 5,000 years back. And you think just about, well, this is what we came here for. And this is why we were made. And this is where, this is what they want to do to us. Okay, so with all that being said, what's the plan? Because if your spirituality is not helping you to go into the future successfully, it's a null and void spiritual tool. It's good to know where you came from or know information from a historical standpoint. But now that I'm in 2025, how are you helping me get to the future? Can't nobody answer that question because you're too stuck back there. Thank you, Seema. Everybody want to know about Nat Turner. Everybody want to know. We need to know why slavery was. Get out of it was what it was. I'm not saying forget. I'm not saying forget. We should always appreciate the past, but the present is here. We in AI. I just told you, 2016. I remember the good old days. I remember the good old days. Y'all making so much money. But okay, so you were making so much money. Thank you, Bobby. Bobby said, but we have to go on. we gotta, we gotta, we gotta go. So what is this information? What is Kemet? What do Anunnaki got to do with anything? What is does the Kabbalah have anything to do with what's going on and going this way? The pyramids. Tell me what they got to do with. Okay, understood. Thank you. David dance. Thank you. That's good to know. But in 2016, $100,000 back then is $132,000 now. I'm $32,000 short. If you can't tell me how it's gonna help me in 2025 and into 2030, so I can make it onto the other side, because 2030 is where everything is etched in. That's a very important year. We got corporate smart cities popping up. We got corporatocracy taking over. We got a lot of things going on in the world. We got 2020 is happening all over again. What is this going to do to help me get to where I need to go? Because what you're telling me is stuff that help them to manage and overcome during that time. I'm running around the church based on the past. I'm shouting and screaming and telling God, thank you for something that I wasn't there for. And quite frankly, I didn't ask Jesus to die for me. He did that on his own, but that's another conversation. I ain't gonna go into that. The point is, we're here in 2025. What are we going to do about this year and going on? Don't you know people cannot answer that question for the life of them? How's this going? If the prophet ain't talking about stocks, if the prophetess ain't talking about what companies I need to be looking at, so that me and my family, so that the people, so the children of God can be, that's what I'm saying. It's off, some off. I don't want to hear about someone so sleep with somebody. I don't want to hear about someone so go to jail. I don't care about Diddy and his trial. I really don't care. What stock should I be looking at? What should I be doing with my business? How should I be pivoting? Because eggs is now the price of meat, according to what the people are saying. See, y'all are asking the wrong questions. The Lord is telling you to come out of rebellion. I'm rebelling because I don't know what stocks to invest in. I'm rebelling. I'm rebelling because I've been asking God, what is the 3-year projection? Right, Kyla, what's going on with Bitcoin? Because I hear people investing in it, but God, am I supposed to be doing it? I come out of disobedience. Apostle, I hear you. But you know why I'm disobedient? Why you think I'm being disobedient? First of all, I'm disobedient because I'm tired of being confused. I'm trying to figure out, I worked my butt off since I was 13, 14 years old, and why I don't have a pot to piss in and a window to throw it out of. That's why I'm disobedient, because you're not telling me the right information. You mad because I skipped church for two Sundays in a row and I'm at home hitting my head up against the wall. How am I going to get my business together when you telling me to come out of disobedience? I'm like, I ain't in no disobedience. I'm in confusion. And according to the conversation I had with your book, you said you're not the author of it, but I'm confused. Don't tell me Jesus saves. I get that. I didn't. I thank you. I'm still here in the earth realm. I still got to live here. And according to my calendar, inflation is going on. So if the prophet and the prophetess and the preacher ain't telling me how I can outpace inflation, you can miss me with the disobedience conversation, because and don't tell me God says shut my business down when this is the way I've been seeing too many y'all talk about that, and it's really annoying me. Come on, Mika. If you are not telling me how to save myself, if you're not teaching me how to outpace, you got AI stocks being traded, tech companies being started, investment companies. You mean to tell me that I got all these years of experience and I can't get a venture capitalist opportunity, that I can't get another person to invest in my company? You mean to tell me you worried about who I'm sleeping with, but you're not worried about my well-being, if I'm going to take care of myself? This is kind of some of the things that I need y'all to start like thinking about. Because where's the storehouse for real? If you're not telling me, God said y'all need to start a garden. See, this kind of stuff I'm talking about. Tell me the truth. Tell me, Solomon said, I ain't never met Solomon. Thank you for the reference. But don't ever in your life tell me that I'm worshiping this and I'm worshiping that. I ain't worshiping nothing. What I'm trying to do is figure out why isn't God on my back about what to invest in. God, look, this is the kind of information I need. Y'all got 3 weeks. The people of God got 3 weeks to pack your stuff up and move to Asia. Just pick a country and I got you. Y'all got 3 weeks because there's something coming up. That's the kind of prophetic word I'm looking for. This is why I said you got to go within. Your spiritual compass is within you. You are a prophet of your own home. Y'all should be right now getting an insight. Everybody quiet. Because now I'm messing with your religion. But God is, but the Lord said to be still. When? For inflation? How do you distinguish fear from divine insight? Divine insight. That's a good question. Divine insight. When I get any type of divine insight, there's no waiting period. Because it solves what should I be doing? The how is the answer. The how is the finished work, right? How am I going to get this done? It's the wrong question to ask. It should be, what do I need to do? Okay, so it's Spirit telling me to get out, to open my business up in 2025 and prepare to quit your job in 6 months. The next question is, what should I be doing? Right? So, okay, so what? Okay, you need to be starting your business in this. It's going to come up immediately. And your job is to act on what has, because see, you start thinking about money. You're going to start thinking about like 6 months from now, God saying, get ready, okay, well, what am I doing about money? That is not the right question. Start your whatever business, get your consulting company and da-da-da-da-da. And so now your quantitative, logical, analytical mind is going to start coming up because you're going to be worried about how am I going to have the money to take care of myself. And I ain't never, okay, that's not your job to worry about that because the command was get ready to quit your job. Despite what the economy is saying. I'm not telling you to quit your job. But some of y'all have been told that, but you fear that something is going to happen. This is what you need to do now. Don't worry about all this other. And we start thinking about 6 months from now, not understanding that if we just lean into faith, which is the unseen, the evidence not seen. What does evidence? Evidence mean that there is something available to support this is what's going on. You have the evidence that is not seen yet, but the evidence is already in the ether. It already exists. That's just like me going. That's just like me going to sign, like when they, you go to closing. When you close for your new house. When you close for your new house, you go and you sign the paperwork. I'm preaching today. This is your sermon for today. I'm signing the paperwork. Okay. I'm in the office with the title people in my realtor and all that. I'm signing the paperwork. After I sign the paperwork, they do whatever they're gonna do, and then they give me the keys and say, "Congratulations, here's your paperwork, the deed of trust, and all this other stuff." So you get the information to show that you are the owner of a new 5-bedroom house or 4-bedroom house or condo or whatever it is or investment property. This is you own it. So when you going around telling people like, "Girl, I just closed on my house," they ain't gonna be like, "Girl, where your house at? Where is it?" You got the title deed. You got the deed. Girl, it's on this address, it's the address. The evidence that I own the thing is what I got in my hand. It's the key and the deed of trust, the paperwork. I signed for it. I own it. It's mine, right? I take possession of it when I get to it. So it ain't gonna be how they gonna give me the house? How they gonna I got the key, but how to get to the house? Okay, but you just drive onto the house. The way is already made. That's a word. I don't even know if y'all caught that. That's a word about by itself. That's a word by itself. Because a lot of y'all don't realize you were so worried about getting to the house, and is the house gonna still be there? And the house really mine? Is the house really mine? Is the car really mine? Is the business success already mine? Like, am I gonna really have? The way is already made. You already got it. If spirits say this is the year where you're gonna hit seven figures, this is the year you're gonna hit seven figures until you start trying to create, you start doing God's job. You start telling God, well, this is what I'm going to do. And I just don't feel like, but the way is already made. All you got to do is create. All you got to do is make yourself seen. All you got to do is create the content. All you got to do is lead people to the sales, learn skills to master it. This is why you need to learn what I'm saying. Hold on. Here we go. It's the reason why you need to learn this stuff and the journey to it, because it's already yours, right? If it's already yours, if the destination is already, it's already done, then guess what I have to do? I have to learn the skills in order to not only obtain what is already mine that I already have, but I also need to learn sustainable skills to keep what I've been blessed with. Because if it's already mine, I need to learn skills on what to keep. This is why y'all manifest stuff and you lose it in the first 6 months, because you don't know how to keep it. You don't have any keeping power. This is why y'all close down your business. This is why you take all these unnecessary hiatus and you go into hiding and you're not consistent. It's because you don't know how to sustain. Somebody say something to me. You can't keep saying that you're spiritual and God told me to put the business down. No, 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 no. I'm not gonna let you go out like that. God didn't tell you to close nothing up. That was what your analytical mind told you. That's why I said when I be hearing people say God told me to cut my business down and just go back to work. No, you didn't learn marketing and sales, and you didn't sell and you didn't market consistently. You let numbers get in the way instead of your God mind. And I don't care how much you come back and forth with me on that. I'm still gonna tell you. This is the reason why you don't have any sales and marketing skills. That's the bridge from not having to having. And don't get in my comment section trying to argue with me, because I'm telling you that's what it is. Because that's the bridge. Sales and marketing is service. You have to show your face. The world don't want you to show your face. They want you to get in that cubicle, shut your mouth, and work for somebody else until the day you die. You see that in raise up the retirement age. Did y'all see that? They raise up retirement age because not enough children are being born. So they're gonna make you work longer. Y'all get on my nerves about that. And God is telling me to go back. No, you didn't. Why would God tell you to put down your creative side to go and sit in somebody else's kingdom to build their kingdom up? When you're supposed to be building the kingdom. Don't do that. Don't do me. Don't First of all, don't gaslight me. Because I'm gonna tell you every single time you lie. Don't If you don't lie on God, tell God something else. And I don't care. Don't get in my comment section and or in my DMs talking about what sis. I'm gonna tell you. No, that wasn't God. It was you. It was your senses telling you. You own, and then you got to go and work for another owner. Girl, please don't play. Or you started, the business in the wrong spirit because you're trying to show somebody else. You trying to get back, and I'm finna show them, baby. I'm finna show my mom and them. Now you started in the wrong spirit. You didn't start because of the anointing over your life. You didn't start because of the calling to break generational curses and chains in your bloodline. You started because you wanted to show somebody up. You get into the right spirit, and then you start, because sometimes being an entrepreneur means doing things even when you don't want to, even when you don't feel like it. You beg to be average. You ask God, Lord, I just want, why can't I be okay with people? No, 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 no. You got to stay out here because your job, you are the catalyst. So while a lot of people get mad at you in your family, why she always, every time we talk about she always working, we got to outpace, because it's gonna come to a time where your family that talked about you real bad is gonna be on your door knocking, because you're gonna be the one with all the resources. You're gonna have the apothecary, you're gonna have all the food, the money, the resources, and everybody be coming to you because you were the one that was the, what do they call, you were the ant preparing for the snow. You were preparing for the snowstorm. He come here, about knocking on your door. You got some. Y'all laughed at me when I was out here building. Y'all talked about me when I said I got deadlines to meet. Y'all made fun of me when I said I was creating content. You talked about me behind my back and gossiped about me. And now you need me. And see, you got to work on your heart even during this time, because all the people that talked about you real bad, they're going to be coming to you for refuge. And you're going to have to use discernment about that. So everybody that's laughing at you is just like Jesus. If you want to like bring the Bible into it, because I know this is a Christian, culture that we're in. I mean, that's just facts, right? If you want to talk about how Jesus was laughed at when he was saying that he was who he was, the Son of God, people like, boy, please. His own brothers and sisters didn't even believe him until after. Sometimes people get to see you high and lifted up to believe who you are. And you know what I mean by that. That's when people will believe you. When you are high and lifted up and all the eyes are gazing on you because you were the sacrifice for the entire family. You had to go through the heartache and pain of being talked about by people that you loved, and you had their back for their whole life and your whole life. And now all of a sudden, but see, a lot of y'all don't even understand that call because it's over your head. It's bigger than you. That's why I said some of y'all don't understand. This is bigger than you. This is bigger than you. It ain't just about creating content. It ain't just about getting a ring light. It ain't just about getting Canva. It ain't just about getting a beacons or a stand store. It ain't just about getting a website done. It ain't about just give me a photo shoot. It's doing the work. It's about looking at your own problems and saying, I know I can solve them. If I got problems, I know I can solve them. I know I can. Your time is currency. How you treat your time is how you treat money. Don't argue with me. How you treat your time is how you treat your money. And if you are wasting time, jaw jacking, playing around, talking about stuff that don't even make no sense, you in the wrong realm. I'm creating content. I didn't say good. Okay, so what else are you doing? Are you building relationships? Are you having conversations with people? Are you building a tribe? Are you building your email list? Are you keeping people informed of what's going on in your industry? Are you being a leader and not a follower? Are you being a creator of content instead of consumer of content all the time? If you don't have a creative bone in your body, If you're not creating anything, if you keep saying, I can't create nothing, you're consuming too much. You are programming your brain for micro pieces of information instead of exercising your brain to consume large pieces of content that's going to challenge you to think more expansively than just little itty bitty pieces of information and entertainment. You're not challenging yourself to learn how to think. And this is why I said, like, parents, you can't even get on your kids and tell them to focus when the mama ain't focused, when the daddy ain't focused, when you here, there, everywhere, and you laughing and giggling and hee-hawing at somebody dancing all day, and you haven't done anything in your business. Well, maybe they did say that we were good. Did you create content today? Did you convert anybody into a sale? Well, I'm really trying to just get out of this. Get out of it. That's what I'm saying. When I hear people say I'm trying to snap out of it, snap out of it. It's simple. Stop doing it. I'm trying to heal. Heal and come home. Heal and do it at the same time. You act like you got 500 years to be on this planet. You 70, 80 years at best, depending on how old. Everybody gonna live to 100, 100, 105, 110. Everybody gonna, some of y'all don't know how long you have. The reason why, and I'm gonna tell you this, and I'm gonna get off of here. Much of the reason why you're not pushing yourself, can y'all hear me? Let me know if you can hear me. Had a call come in. Hold on, let me put on do not. Okay, we're good. Can y'all hear me? Okay. Reason why a lot of times, reason why a lot of times you don't know what to do and you don't know how to move is because you don't know what to do with freedom. A lot of y'all don't know how to be free. And I'm gonna say this, and it's gonna sound real insensitive. Can y'all hear me, TikTok? TikTok, can y'all hear me? Because y'all got quiet all of a sudden. I'm gonna tell you this. A lot of times, freedom is scary to a lot of people because you have to lean in and you have to listen to self. When you are free, you are responsible for your own success/failure. You're responsible for what you know, and you're responsible for what you do not know. That's the gag. Freedom costs you a lot because you come out of spaces where you are being commanded and told what to do. And a lot of women are 14 years old in the head. You have to be told what to do. Now, understandably, at the beginning of building your business, you do need to be told what to do. But then after that, you need to be challenged to think constructively and creatively, which is why I opted to become a leadership coach, because I teach women how to lead themselves so they can lead other people to their destiny. This is destiny. Destiny is what you have created for your end result, for your ultimate transfiguration. Destiny is when you have changed into a self-actualized individual, when you have fulfilled your calling and now you're operating in it at full throttle. If you keep on having these setbacks and these little bitty basic challenges about, because I need us to get past, I need a lot of us to think past rent. I need a lot of y'all to get past light bill. I really need you to get past that and trying to manifest a relationship that yes, Courtney. Courtney said, thanks to being in this space with you, I've definitely started trusting myself. That is a hard truth. And you're welcome, Courtney. One of the truths that y'all have to understand is that freedom requires you to trust yourself. This is why a lot of times a lot of people will leave church structure and church institution, and they'll leave and they'll come back because they don't know how to trust themselves and they're not doing the work to do that. So a lot of people go back because Jesus didn't teach you to stay in the church. The church is the person. Y'all can let these people gaslight you all day, but to go out into all the world and preach the gospel to every living creature is not just Jesus. Many times it's you. It's the good news is the solution to people's problems that's going to be attached here. The good news is that I have a solution. The good news is that I have an answer to your problem. The good news is that I can talk to somebody. I'm here on TikTok. I'm here on Facebook. This video is going to go on YouTube. This video is going to go on other social media platforms. And these videos, according to the algorithm positioning of it, I can reach somebody in Dubai. But see, this is the thing though, they got to see Christ within me. So the Christ within me is love, unconditional love for humanity, period. Now, some folk trifling, absolutely. Some folk ain't got no sense, absolutely. My job is to show kindness. There goes somebody saying, I'm all the way in Amsterdam. This is going out into all the world. You don't have, I'm in the clubhouse in my community that I live in. I'm accessing Wi-Fi, wireless communication in order to get a message. Did y'all see what I'm saying? You don't know who you gonna reach. This is why I don't understand how churches don't operate on a virtual system. Like I understand they have church, online church and stuff like that, but you really can do a whole lot more good when you just lean and depend on the technology that is to make this easier. I don't have to go to the Sahara Desert and climb bridges and get on ships in order for me to go. I can be right here online. Thank you, Tiana. It's in the ether. The Wi-Fi is the ether. It's the channel. Y'all, I'm about to run. I'm really about to run. It's the channel to get my message from you, from me to you over there. Those of you, where y'all at? Tell me, city and state, country. Tell me right quick. Everybody, TikTok, Facebook, tell me where you at. Tell me where you at. I'm finna bless you. I'm finna bless you. Here we go. Global. This is me doing global work without leaving my house. Keep going. Florida, New York, Connecticut, Charlottesville, Virginia, Georgia. Do you understand? I'm running. Bakersville, California, Hollandale Beach. Look at this, Georgia. Aren't Connie is in Buenos Aires, Argentina, Mississippi. Bring it on. Bring it on. Florida. Come on. Texas. Tennessee. I'm in Memphis. Cleveland, Ohio. Amsterdam. I'm proving my point. Edinburgh, Scotland. It's taking me everything to now take these boots off and run straight on out this double doors out into the cold. Memphis, thank you. Let me tell y'all something. I'm going to tell y'all something right now. She said, and my family is in Dubai. That's a whole nother aspect. This is what I'm trying to tell you. Look at the word that I'm saying to you. TikTok told me where they at. Facebook told me where they at. Alabama. This is what I'm trying to tell you. I can reach across the hemispheres. This country ghetto girl from Memphis, Tennessee, from the hood, grew up in the hood, wrestled out of the hood, went to college, okay, whatever, climbed corporate ladder, did all the right things what society told me to do. But I always knew in the back of my mind that I was built for something more than just building somebody else's empire. There was a job for me to do that was bigger than my degree, that was bigger than where I came from, that was bigger than my struggles, who I was to other people. Everything took me to quantum leap and go through different experiences so that when somebody from another side of the world came to me and said, well, I'm going through this, I can already say, baby, I've been through it. Let me tell you how I got out. See, a lot of y'all don't know that your story and your past helps people with their right now. I'm coming around the bend. I'm coming around the bend because this is the thing. That's the only time the past needs to be brought up. That's the only time that the past really needs to be brought up so that you can see trends and you can say, this is a strategy that I use to get out of my situation. With somebody telling me, I'm sleeping in my car, baby, I've been there. I slept in my car before. I got a leg up on you. Let me tell you what I did, how I thought myself out. Y'all, I slept in a hotel for 90 days. I already know what I know what they look like. I know what it's like to have your family turn their back on you. I know what they look like. You ain't saying nothing different. I know what it's like to get pushed away by my own family. I know what it's like. So you telling me a present situation and I got a past experience to show you how I got out of it. And now here I am with an almost $1 million business as a single mother. And ain't no sugar daddy help me get there. Ain't no man help me get there. Now I'm not saying that you get this, then the third. I get that. But I'm gonna tell you this. Your mind has to turn divine. You have to become divine. You got to think your way out. You got to speak your way out. A lot of y'all in situations because you haven't owned who you are. You keep trying to go to somebody else and tell them how to do that. Please. Can somebody please help me? Can somebody please help me? You are your help. I told y'all, if you gonna lean into Jesus, look at what Jesus did. Jesus said, you will go and do greater works than I. Greater works than I. You over here praising Jesus. You need to be using Jesus' strategies. The code is there, silly. Jesus, thank you for dying for me. No. What's the strategy? Turn water into wine. Turning nothing into something. What makes you think that God can't use you? What makes you think that God can give you the same strategies? Don't you know that your voice is enough? Don't you know that your thoughts are enough? You got to shift your thoughts. The reason why your thoughts are trash is because you're not choosing new thoughts. Give your mind thoughts to think. You don't know what to do. Even if you have to write new thoughts down and say it over and over again, silly, you say it over and over again until you get it. You can't keep telling yourself you're a millionaire and you're not learning the strategies on how to become that. That's the wrong thing to be reciting. That's the wrong thing to be telling yourself, I'm a millionaire, millionaire, millionaire. No. The millions ain't coming until you learn how to manage the millions. You got to learn how to do that. You got to become a millionaire before you become a millionaire. And that's not just by label, that's by actions and knowledge. You keep losing what you're doing because you're not learning the skills in order to keep that which you are. You're not going to see $1 million come in your hands because you don't know how to do that. You can't have $1 million business, a $5 million business, a $10 million business if you're not doing $10 million activities. You're not coming out of nothing unless you learn how to come out and stay out. Y'all quiet and that's bothering me. Y'all better wake up. You can't be a coach to somebody and you can coach yourself out and stay out. What are your techniques? How are you coming out of a thing? How are you coming out of your own situation? How are you doing that? You got a gift. You have a calling. You have skills. You have you are your first client. You are your first resource. You are your first solution. If you can't win you, how you going? That's why nobody take you seriously, because you give up too fast. This is why nothing sticks. There's no staying energy. There's no staying power in anything that you're doing because you're not even convinced. Y'all better speak back to me. Y'all better talk back to me. Who are you becoming? Because you're going to continue to attract that which you are. And every time you keep attracting, like, why is the same people coming to me? Why am I always attracting broke people? Because brokenness is who you are exhibiting. You're displaying that. I told my clients a long time ago, I've had clients tell me, oh my gosh, I feel like I'm always attracting broke people. I said, what are you saying? Because it's coming from your spirit. So what are you saying? What does the content look like? What's the messaging? Because that which you identify with is what you're attracting into your experience. So when you get to a place in your business and you keep attracting the wrong folk, look at what you're talking about. Tag somebody in this. Tag somebody in this. You're more than what? Tag somebody in this. You got to understand this is about you. You're saying the wrong stuff. And then the energy is desperation. You're coming from a state of desperation. You're coming from an energy of desperation. That's where you're coming from. People pick up on that. And when the wrong people, the wrong spirit picks up on that, that's what comes. I'm telling you what I know. Especially when people come to you and they tell you that your prices are too low and they're telling you, oh my gosh, like you should be charging more than this. Like that all comes together. Sasha said, so many, including me at times, are afraid to say the things that need to be said. And we cannot be afraid. of saying the hard things because we fear backlash and we fear feedback. We fear people are going to say, "Oh my gosh, why would you say that? Oh my God, that was so mean. That triggered me. That offended me." There are always going to be people that are going to walk by the spirit of offense. That's just nature. That's human behavior, period, which is why a lot of y'all need to get very competent in sales psychology. I'm going to be teaching that very soon. The standard starts tomorrow. I'm going to be teaching a lot of how women can tap into that psychology spirit, that logical, but having a balanced, creative mind. That's very important. You got to understand that we're in times where you're going to have to step into leadership. You can't let people that will never buy from you or that are not ready to buy right now to dictate to you what it is that you need to be doing and what you need to be saying to keep them comfortable. Because there's going to be a lot of people that's going to come to you. Do you want feedback? No, I don't want feedback. Because if you haven't done anything quantum in your life in the past 5 years since 2020, I don't want to hear anything that you have to say. If you're still in the same spot that you were in 2015, you don't know. I don't want to hear anything from you. I only want to hear from people that have quantum shifted. But when you open your mouth, what are you saying? How are you helping people get free? This is good right here. This is a good word right here. And I don't care what you say. This is a good word because what I need y'all to do is start thinking. They already want you to stop thinking and allow them to think for you. They want to press down your creativity, which is why they want to put you in contained spaces and put you in structures where you're doing a whole lot of nothing, and that you're not being challenged and stretched to think bigger than survival, bigger than rent, bigger than bills, bigger than, oh my gosh, I got to pay my phone bill. Like, I need you to get expansive. I think this year is the year where you're going to have to decide to stop surviving and you got to get above the noise. Jay, how do you do that? How do I? Here we go. Thank you for the. This came for me. Hold on, Facebook, because this is about to bless you. Y'all need to probably write this down in your journals. Rise above the noise. That's right, Courtney. Rise above the noise. Okay, here we go. 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 When we're talking about proactivity, here we go. When it talks about proactivity, you got to learn how to come out of that. And women have it really bad being reactive. That we're very reactive beings. Okay, you're in capitalism. Okay, they already want to shut women down. They're devaluing everything that women got a leg up in. Okay, but this is byproduct of us being reactive. But this is a part of being proactive because your rent is paid every 30 days. You know that you got to pay insurance every 30 days. You got to go to work or whatever. To be proactive means to take initiative. It means to take initiative and to act in advance. You have to act in advance before the problem shows up. You already in it. You already got it solved before it even comes up. Or if a problem arises, you already got it. The solution is already on the table. Is to act in advance and address potential problems. So if your children are in school, you know that they're going to go on field trips. You know that they're going to need lunch. You know that they're going to need shoes. You know that they're going to need clothes. You know that things happen. So what does that mean? That means that I have to be proactive as a parent. Okay, which means that I need to be working and saving up because my child, but it seems like every time that I try to do things, it's like stuff come up out of the blue and I don't be ready for it and it be coming and be overwhelming me. Okay, so I'm gonna help you. And this is a part where probably some of y'all gonna drop off and I'm okay with that. I'm okay with it. You can't be in entrepreneurship with a 9 to 5 mindset, because you got it in your head. I'm just going to get to work and I'm just going to shoot the bobos and I'm just going to chill and wait to, do a little bit here, do a little bit there. And then I'm going to check out and go to work. Check out and go home. I'm going to get in traffic, holler, cuss people out that's passing me and cutting me off to get home. No, 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 no. When it comes down to you having a creative mindset, this is why you got to do something that you care about. If that means that you got to wake your butt up at 4 o'clock in the morning in order to get your content scheduled, that's what you have to do. If that means that you're going to have to sit in and shut yourself in a hotel room for a weekend for you to do your content and to automate your emails and do your sequences, that's what you have to do. If you have to miss baby showers and cookouts and dinners so that you can focus on getting your clientele and start doing your sales, that's what you're going to have to do. You are going to have to stop whining and complaining about not having time. And I don't know. And it just seems like it's so much. It's so much because you're doing misaligned things. You're working at a corporation that's stealing all of your energy, that's taking all of your skills to capitalize off you. You are human capital. This is coming from somebody who worked 10 years in human resources. You're human capital. They're not supposed to care about your feelings. I wish y'all would understand. It's not a sorority. It's not a fraternity. It's not a kumbaya. Come, everybody sit at the campfire and then talk about your feelings, and then just talk about work, and then we're going to talk about how much we're a happy family. No, their job is to tire you out and to program you into a logical mind, which is why some of y'all be trying to tell your parents about your business, and they don't understand, and they think it's, oh, that is too much for you, and nobody can afford that because everything is limited. It's fixed. It's fixed. It's a fixed system, which is why you get a salary. When you have a business, you take the limitations off. There's no limitations. When you are free, there's no limitations. I can generate 10,000, 15,000 cash days. The issue is that you don't think you can. When you normalize 5-figure cash days in your business, you don't have to sound the alarm. You don't have to, oh my God, I can't believe it. It's normalized. I can normalize. I've normalized $15,000 cash days. I've normalized it. It's not that I'm not grateful. I'm grateful. But when you look at me versus Target, or look at me versus Walmart, or look at me versus Google, or look at me versus, I'm going to say my favorite stores, TJ Maxx and Marshalls, guess what? They generate millions in a day. They don't, oh my gosh, and have a celebration about it. It's normalized. You act in advance to anticipate and address potential problems. What are potential problems that may come up, Jay? Needs and opportunities, rather than reacting to events after they happen. I'm going to read that again. To be proactive means to take initiative and act in advance to anticipate and address potential problems, potential needs, potential opportunities. Potential. It's not about what can go wrong. What are your needs? What are your needs? I'm not talking about because your wants can become your needs. Your desires can become your needs. When people go and look at amenities, for new places that they're moving into, or they look for a neighborhood that they want to move into. The first thing they think about, what's around the school system, what they see that's coming up the bend, or what's going to be built in the next couple of years. Why? Because they're anticipating a return on their investment. They're anticipating comfortability for their children to go and learn in a school environment that is safe for them and that is a quality educational foundation. Y'all understand what I'm saying? Are y'all picking up what I'm putting down? Okay. So when I start a business, what am I anticipating? What are the needs of the business? I need systems. Y'all better walk with me. Rock with me. You need systems, right? You need sales and you need marketing strategies, correct? But you also need to produce what? Cash flow. You have to have cash flow because guess what? You will have to pay taxes. And then you will also have to pay quarterly taxes, depending on what state. And then you probably have to pay state taxes as well as federal taxes as well, depending on what state you're in. These are what we call needs. Okay, you can't start a business based on just, I want to start a business. There has to be an understanding in place. When I get I just moved into my new place, right? About 3 weeks ago. I don't move in and then I just stop. What do I anticipate coming up? I have to pay rent again, okay? I have to pay rent again. Then I have to pay rent again. I have to pay rent again, right? You anticipate. That doesn't mean I'm coming from a place of scarcity. This is just the needs. Are y'all hearing me? Is this making sense? When I am proactive, I recognize what might happen and prepare for it ahead of time, not from a space of scarcity. Thank you. Not from a place of scarcity, not from a place of fear, but from a place of preparedness. Because I'm being responsible. I'm being a responsible adult. My child comes to me and she tells me, Mommy, my birthday is coming up. Her birthday is coming in February. I already knew this a year ago. Her birthday comes around every single year. My daughter is an only child. She is spoiled. That's my fault. But I'm just saying, every year, Maddie wants to do something extravagant for her birthday because she has a princess mentality. That's my fault again. But that's her needs. Her needs. I want a nice birthday party with my friends. I want to have this type of celebration for my birthday. Her need. Now, y'all may call it she don't have to do all that. She just be at home and just, do a cake and ice cream because people ain't got no money like that. Hold up. That's your needs. This is why I told y'all, when y'all look at scripture and y'all look at y'all Bible, and the Bible says that my God shall supply all of my needs after what does it say after that? According to. My God shall supply all of your needs according to. His riches and glory. Okay, what does that mean? That means according to is in alignment with the perspective and perception of your God's riches and glory. So if you feel like every time you ask God for something or you tell God you need something and you feel like you're inconveniencing God, God, if it be your will, you know how we do. God, if it be your will, wait a minute. Then you just say according to the riches and glory, and that's supposed to be your father. I've never been to my daddy. Now I was raised with a daddy. Okay, by the way. Okay, I was raised with both of my parents. I ain't never went to my dad and say, if it be that will. No, I didn't go to my dad and do that. I didn't go to my grandma and do that. I don't know what kind of If it beat out with Jesus, if you just the hem of its garment, if I could just eat off the crumbs of the master's table. What? Okay. I ain't going to my father about that. This is what I need. I need this expeditiously. When Maddie wants a drink of water, from the kitchen, Maddie is 16. She comes to me. I want a drink of water. And I know that I have sinned. First, I'm going to look at her like she's psycho. I know that I just been praying and asking God, 40 days and 40 days, I need a drink of water. First of all, she ain't gonna ask me. She's just gonna go straight in the refrigerator. She's gonna get her water bottle. She's gonna go in the kitchen and get her cup, a glass, and she's gonna use the little water dispenser that we have at the refrigerator and get her a drink of water. Why? Why is that? Why is that? Because according to where she lives, she doesn't have to beg for that. She doesn't have to ask. But if we were, God forbid, sleeping in our car, if we were at a shelter, the energy would be different. Don't you agree? She would come to me and be like, Mommy, I'm so thirsty. Can I please have some water? I don't know what a water is. I really want to drink a water, but can I just have a little? It's going to be more of a pleading for water. Basic. I hit the table for a reason so y'all can get what I'm saying. It's basic. And then as the parent, I would have to look and maybe I don't have, I have just this little bit left. I only have this much left. You could just take a little bit. This is how y'all act with God. How God responds. Just take a little bit. I only have just this much to save us because we have to, this has to last us. This how y'all be acting. This how y'all act. Thank you, Sheree. This is how y'all act. Just a little bit. I just need a drop. But as my needs climb up, as the perception climbs up of how I see God, the perception expands, the higher my self-concept goes. So the more I see myself in God, my daughter increases the way she sees me as her provider, as her protector. So she doesn't see me as that girl or as that woman that was living in a hotel room and she was with her daddy. Well, I got myself together. She didn't come to me as a mommy, now she can come to me boldly, or she can just bypass me altogether and just go get us some water. Mommy, I need shoes. Okay, let's go and get some shoes. I don't have to check the bank account for the shoes. I have the money for the shoes. You understand what I'm saying? If my children come to me and they say, this is what I need. If I say, Maddie, Mommy is just, this is about a couple of years ago. Remember my daughter asked me for something. And I said, Maddie, Mommy got to look at everything. I got to see. And there I get out of the habit of telling her no. I say, I have to see. And Maddie would say to me, Mommy, it's just money. Money comes when we always like it always comes. Money always comes. I used to be like, girl, you a child. You get out of here. This is when we start trauma dumping. This is when we start trauma dumping. When you get out of here, you make some money. And you get out of here, you see it ain't as easy. And da, 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 da. You're trauma dumping. Because sometimes your children have to remind you of who you are. You can turn water into wine, mommy. I've seen it. Now this is I'm paraphrasing, kind of going into metaphysical now. Mommy, I've seen you turn water into wine. I've seen you turn possibility from impossibility. I've seen you turn something out of nothing. I've seen you do that. I've seen you pour money out the ether. I've seen you make an offer and people buy. I've seen you step into. I've seen you pray for opportunities and they come within the next 3 to 4 days. I've seen you step into. So why can't you see God the same way? Why can't you see yourself the same way? That's all I'm saying. You go live and you see 2 people on the live and you kill the live. You say, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. I ain't got but 2 people on there. Because when I was on somebody else's live, they had 150 people on it. And I felt like, oh my gosh, like how you don't know how long that person been doing it. You don't know how often that person go live. You don't know their audience. You don't know what they have to go through in order to get those people. You don't understand. Some people labored more than you did. Well, I work hard. No, you don't. Some of y'all work ethic is trash. You're supposed to be producing content every day. Nobody knows who you are. You can't compare yourself to Tony Robbins. You can't compare yourself to Agnella Van Zandt. You can't compare yourself to Marie Forleo. You can't compare yourself to all these other creators with large audience numbers. Nobody knows you. So you're trying to be in a category that you haven't qualified for yet. It's already there. You're supposed to already, she got 40,000 followers and why are you tripping? If your work ethic was a third of hers, maybe you would be at 40,000 as well. But then I go on your content, I go to your profile. The last time you did anything was during Halloween. Last time you posted was in July. Last time you posted was 2 weeks ago. So don't get mad because this person over here is doing the daily work that it takes and building up to 40, or they're saying things that make sense and attracts people to them. You stop comparing yourself to somebody's day 50 to your day 2. Every time Coach J go live, everybody just running her live. I want to be like that. This is 6 years in the game. This is 6.5, 7 years in the game, to be honest, of going live very often. Don't you know for 2 years, I went live every single day on Instagram. I'm gonna say that one more time. 2 years. Every day. Every day. Every day. Every day. You know when that was? It was 2019, 2020. Every day. One person, 2 people, 5 people on live every day. I didn't give up. If even I cried, I would cry. Like nobody's on it. But I kept getting up and getting on live. I kept doing that. Facebook, y'all quiet. Y'all here? And let me tell you something. This is where the spirit of excellence comes in at. You got to act like those two people are 20,000 people on your live. That's how dedicated you have to be. It was on two people. I wanted you to get on there like it's 20. Even if I'm live right now, there are 30 people right here watching me live on TikTok. There are 11, 12 that go in and out on here on Facebook. If it was two people on this live and one person on Facebook, I wouldn't kill the live. I would keep going. I would keep going because that's my integrity. That's me. That's my work. Those three people, one of them is gonna take what I'm saying and they're gonna run. Because every time I step, everything is a test of how, if I can manage three, I can manage 300. If I can do 300, I can do 30,000. You got to show the universe that you have what it takes in order to expand. A lot of y'all can't handle any clients because you don't even know how to handle yourself. This is why you don't have any clients, because you don't know how to establish yourself. You don't know how to own what you're doing. You're not treating your business like a career. You're not treating your business as your creative project. You're not making your business a part of your art. It is a part of you. Your business is an extension of your divine intelligence. How dare you treat it with such frivolous, just it's your art. It's your gift to the world. Everybody ain't gonna appreciate it, but those who do appreciate it, they will take it in and they will receive it with joy. And they will do the work that it takes to implement it into their own life, to change their life. You showing up is an answer to somebody else's solution to show them they can do it too. Even through the pandemic, even through all this extra stuff going on, there are people still thriving. Don't you know there are people right now that's crying and throwing up overnight, like my job is going away. But there are people that have just cashed in and made $50,000 this past month. There are people that are making cash money in their business. Well, how was she? How was she? Because she stayed the path and you didn't. Your wealth is found in another human being. Wealth is abundance. There's overflow. There's no cap. There's no limitation. It's only abundance. There are 8 billion people in the world. You mean to tell me that you mad because one person showed up to your live or one person liked your post or two people liked it and you mad? You have to show yourself approved. I'm not saying audition. I'm not saying that you're auditioning for people to pay you. I'm saying that you got to show yourself approved that you can receive larger quantities of people and money and opportunities. You can't handle it because you can't handle your emotions. Your emotions are going to be your demise. You want people to pay you for doing the absolute minimum. You're not called to do minimum. You doing one live when nobody's ever seen you before and you expect $8,000 to come to your bank account. Are you kidding me? Have you lost your everlasting mind? It don't make no sense. It don't make no sense to me. Nobody paid me. You've only shown up 4 times. I told y'all, and I'm getting ready to get off of here because I gotta go. I told y'all, Buyer behavior has changed. You keep quitting. You keep giving up. You keep second, third, fourth thinking. You're comparing yourself to everybody and you're looking at everybody else's path and you're trying to compare to yourself. And then some of y'all, and I'm going to be honest with you, a lot of y'all are letting these men in your life cap you and cap your abundance. I'm not saying that you have to leave your man, but I'm saying that some of y'all have this thought process that if you go all the way, he might leave. And that's probably what needs to happen. Because some of y'all are stunting your own potential because you worried about your housing. Are you kidding me? I don't want him to leave because there was a subconscious feeling that some of y'all need to break because you're afraid of being out there and taking care of yourself. And you already know that if you go all in, that he may leave. I'm calling somebody's soul up to the carpet because you got to get out of that. I don't want to miss him. I don't want him to get turned off because they said that ambitious women and women who do this, and that is the most feminine thing you can do is take care of yourself. And then also, you don't want to dishonor him by showing him that you know, no. Let me tell you something. Because see, this is the stronghold we got to break in 2025. I will never, ever let a woman gaslight me and tell me to dumb myself down to appease the man in the home when the man is supposed to be the priest of his household and it's supposed to be a wealth generating relationship. That is the whole point. I'm not coming to you and being with you to be average. Are you kidding me? I would rather dumb myself down and suppress my intelligence to keep a roof over my head because I know that if I go full throttle and 150% in my business, which ain't going to take me much effort because that's how dope I am, because that's how good I am, I ain't even got to try hard. It just exudes from me. People automatically magnetize towards me. I don't even have to try hard. And you mean to tell me I'm willing to dumb myself down and cap myself, cap my human experience because I'm afraid of losing housing? Also, I can say I don't want to dishonor. No, you're not. You dishonoring your own anointing. And that's when you are stepping into disobedience. That's when I got a problem with it. Because you would rather stay in struggle. That's a problem for me. Facebook got quiet, so I don't know if they sleep. Everybody in your household needs to be building wealth. Everybody. Husband, girlfriend, fiance, friend, whatever. Everybody needs to be learning. Everybody needs to be growing. Everybody needs to be developing. Everybody in the house. Football on, this on, radio on, everybody flipping and carrying on. Not one dime in the bank account. What are we doing? I just told y'all inflation. I just told you how much. I just told y'all $100,000 in 2016 is equivalent to 130 some thousand dollars in 2025. You're behind. And I'm telling you straight up, you're behind. Sometimes it's not about traditional relationships and traditional marriage. Sometimes it's called ascended marriages. You have to ascend. Y'all got to get out of this baking brownies and cooking, making cookies. If we're not baking brownies for sale to package up and send to some as a vendor to some of these grocery store chains or selling it at trade shows to build wealth for these kids, is your children learning AI? Is your children learning how to sell? Don't play with me. Why isn't there a 400-year plan in motion for you and your household? Why isn't that going on? Why are you still having children and there's no financial plan designated for them? But you know how psycho that is to be having children for another man's estate? And you got a man laying next to you and you humping every night for nothing? For your children only going to work for somebody else. Are you kidding me? Do you know how crazy that sound? All your friends, everybody's speaking against you. Ain't nobody talking about the future. Ain't nobody talking about AI. Everybody's talking about how scary it is. And my pastor said, it, girl, we got to stay away from AI. You need to discontinue talking to people like that. Exactly. Exactly, Sasha. She said, ooh, their husbands are their biggest haters. Some of y'all got haters that you sleeping with every single night. If your husband, and just like Sasha said, she said she was up to 5 a.m. looking at AI, and her husband's like, baby, great job. What are you adding? And some of us are having babies that we're not adding any value to your namesake. Mm-mm, mm-mm. I don't care what you say. Mm-mm. I don't want him to think that you can call me Bob, you can call me Jared, you just don't call me broke. Jay, they say that's masculine to be masculinize me to you. It's so masculine to me for a woman to talk about how she doing all this. I'm going to just, you can call me Jared. Call me Jared then. Because I think it's diabolical that I'm making you insecure and you haven't done a thing since 2020. You ain't learned nothing. You ain't got no courses up. You ain't got no business up. You ain't got your consulting stuff up. You ain't got your systems together. You ain't making no money yourself. So don't tell me what's masculine or feminine. I think you're in your feminine, sir. Give me some of your energy. Because I'm going to tell you this, I'm a black widow when it comes down to men. I will zap your energy dry, especially if you ain't going to use it. That's why I'm only attracted to powerful men. I can only be with alpha men. I want that. If I'm on top of you, if I'm doing you, I'm zapping everything you got. How she up and she did 7 workbooks. She didn't create 8. I don't understand how y'all sleeping with these men and y'all don't have no energy. That's another lie. That's crazy to me. You should have you should have been creating something. Oh, I lose y'all then. I'm taking all your energy. I want him exhausted by the time I get finished with him. That's why I don't understand how men are doing y'all and they don't have any motivation to do anything. Y'all need to check that. If I messing with a man and he don't have the motivation to get up and do something with his life, I need to stop messing with him. Because he's taking my energy to relax. It's very low vibrational. I'm not doing that. I'm not giving my energy away and giving it to you. And I'm tired after, and you get a chance to relax. Somebody you feel good. That was an exchange that was not in alignment. You need to be getting up and doing something. You kidding me? I'm taking everything you have. You can call me a witch if you want to. You can call me whatever, but one of the things I understand is energy. And this is why I look men dead in the eye. and you don't want these problems. I am not your peace. I am not. I need a woman that's gonna be my peace. Wrong woman. I'm not it. I'm gonna have you on your toes every single day. That's what I'm saying. Y'all gotta shape up. Women gotta shape up. I don't know where that's coming from. But for these men to be sitting around here cracker jacking and playing and not doing anything, what are y'all doing to them? What are y'all doing to them? That's crazy to me. They ain't got no motivation to do anything productive. Y'all better make these men do better. Or you better be honest with them. Did you come? No. It was no, I ain't do nothing. And I'm gonna make comments about other powerful men that I see. If I see a man that then redid his whole landscape or built a whole house for his wife, I'm gonna say, oh my gosh, I want a house like that. He built a house for his wife. It's so cute. Your man gonna straight out, you want to do. Y'all know when I buck my eyes, I'm serious. I want him staying straight. He got the stress out for me. Don't play with me. You can't be my man and not conquer something. That's when I get turned on. I get turned on by men that you can call me whatever you want to call me. I don't care. That's when I get turned on. I like that type of man. Go build me something. If I say that I need a place to do my lives, you need to be making my life easier by going and doing just that. Go and make me a place where I can do my lives. Because why can't you? You ain't doing nothing else. Go build something. But you got to be serious about what you're doing. You be serious about your ish. You got to be serious about your creativity. But anyway, I have a free 5-day email course. The link is in my profile. Get that. I have my daily payday quantum system that's $55. You need to get that. Learn how to write content, the digital LeadHer authoritative writing system, because some of y'all don't know how to write. You need to be learning how to write content. Learn LinkedIn so you can get some contracts over there. You need to get yourself together. Some of y'all need to come to the standards. My 4-week program. Get your booty on in there. It's $888. We start tomorrow. Okay? That's all I got. Lead yourself. Love y'all. This has been a wonderful live. I'm glad that y'all are here. Follow, follow, follow. More content. More content is on my page, on my YouTube channel. Get yourself together. Let's go make some money. Have a good day. Have a great week. Blessed week. Bye. Get yourself together, Facebook. Go make some money.